Now, shares of Credit Suisse have lost more than 1/4 of their value. They've hit a record low. This is after their biggest shareholder, the Saudi National Bank, told outlets that they wouldn't inject more money into the ailing Swiss bank. Why would the Saudi National Bank not want to inject more money into Credit Suisse? What's the problem?
So Vishnu, I think the Saudi bank deciding not to put more money into Credit Suisse is symptomatic of the problems that the American and possibly the European banks are witnessing. If we focus on the American banks, and you would recall the fiasco at Silicon Valley Bank and also at Signature Bank in New York, it actually has been an outcome of what started the badly judged policy that the United States implemented during COVID, which was spending like there was no tomorrow. Allow me to explain why this is the case. There were two main effects of that. One, inflation, and therefore the significant tightening that the Fed had to do. There's been a 5% increase in the policy rate in just 6 months, which is the largest increase in 4 decades in the United States. That was the first effect. The second effect that actually, is more nuanced, but I think that's what is really leading to this banking, sector problems, was the fact that the welfare programs or the subsidies that were given during COVID was, not well targeted at all. Unlike, in India, for instance, when subsidies or money is given in the hands of the poor, that enhances consumption significantly. But when it is given across the board, rich do not spend as much, don't have as many opportunities to spend, especially during the lockdown phase. And so that went into savings. If you look at the actual numbers then, the increase in deposits, with the US commercial banks was $5 trillion. In contrast, because the demand did not pick up, consumption did not pick up as much, the lending was only $2 trillion. Now, there's a gap of $3 trillion. Where does that go? It has to go somewhere. It went into, about a half of that went into, US treasuries and what are called agency securities.